Welcome to Potawatomi Sportsbook Weekly. Austin Herdina, Sportsbook Manager here, along with Zach Stute, our sports bar general manager, Eric Osterman on the end, our digital gaming director, and welcome by Billy Schmid from Packers and Badgers Radio Network. We're talking football today, man. Football. Let's go right into this Packer game. I hear you got some people that were a little crying on the radio.
I was going to say, do we have to?
I want to hear about this.
That was painful. As brutal of a finish as you could have. And somehow the Packers have found a way to do this where they don't just lose in the playoffs. They seem to raise it to an art form. And that was what ultimately Saturday night was. 21-3, man. You're up 21-6. The Tyrod Hopper interception at the goal line is almost the worst part of it for me because it felt like you handled the biggest punch that the Bears were going to deliver and then still couldn't figure it out to be able to win.
Well, all I hear is people trying to point the finger somewhere, right? Oh, it's LaFleur's fault. It's Love's fault. Like, to me, that was a team loss, right? Mm-hmm. Like, the defense broke down. I understand they didn't have Parsons, but defense broke down. The offense didn't make any second-half adjustments. Like, I don't know what you want to say. Like, yeah, it's easy to point the finger at somebody, but, just be better, honestly, for me.
I've never had a 21-3 lead at halftime and felt like we still might lose. And I felt that way. I felt like the Bears could still win this. Sure enough, they did. I picked the Bears. I told everyone the Bears were going to win. Gosh, I hate being right. I hate it. But Bears won. Packers lost. The rivalry, the tide has turned in the rivalry. What?
There too.
Two in a row. Bears have beat us 2 in a row. That hasn't happened in decades.
Yeah, but I still feel like these just are not like clean wins for the Bears. Like they just don't feel like complete games. They feel like more of a letdown on the Packers than by a win, like a win by the Bears, if that makes sense.
You could say that both teams had one good half and one bad half, right?
Yeah, we were just on the bad half.
Yeah,
right.
We were the bad half.
Yeah. I mean, now the topic of the conversation is about LaFleur. People talking about whether he's going to be let go or not, whether he's going to be extended or not. Seems like reports are the Packers want to extend, and he wants to extend. That's what I want. I don't want to see him go. I know a lot of people say they do. I don't want to see him go. I still think he's one of the best coaches in the league. I still think we've got a very young team. I think this loss is more on the players than the coaches. I think that when you have a young team like this and you'd have a new coaching staff come in, it could be a whole nother year wasted with just learning a brand new system for all these young guys. So I don't love the idea of having a new coach. I definitely hope that he's back. What do you guys think?
I like the idea of having a new coach if it was John Harbaugh. But since John Harbaugh is not there anymore, I'm most comfortable with LaFleur coming back as long as we're not losing Jeff Hafley in the process. Because it sounds like he's got a couple interviews for head coaching jobs lined up.
Yeah, I think if he wants to go elsewhere, he probably will be able to.
Yeah, that's the big loss. I think with him coming back, Green Bay's defense has seemed better.
Yeah.
But they just seem winded and exhausted down the stretch of most games, and I think that's what happened here in the Chicago game. But Rashawn Gary was not impactful. We got to do something with him. That's my opinion. He gets paid a lot of money, and I think he's got the least pressures off of anyone in the league this year with as many starts as he's had.
I won't be sad if he's gone at the end of, going into next year.
Gary was among the top 5 in sack leaders in the NFL after the Pittsburgh game. He ended October with 7.5 sacks. He ended the season with 7.5 sacks.
Yeah.
There was over 500 players in the NFL that had a TFL in the final 8 weeks. Rashawn Gary was not one of them. So the likelihood of him being back, I think, is very, very minuscule. The interesting one about LaFleur is, guys, I generally would be with you. And I think this is where it'll be unique. I think the Packers would love to have Matt LaFleur back as well, potentially at their own price. And potentially there's some more alignment in the organization that's ultimately going to get ironed out around Matt LaFleur. Listen, I think he's a phenomenal head coach. I think you could do a hell of a lot worse than Matt LaFleur, and I think the worst thing to do is try to learn that lesson. Because what happens is sometimes you turn out like that team out in Madison, and all of a sudden the good to great hire goes good to missing a bowl game for the first time in 25 years. So, it doesn't always work out as well as you think it's going to.
Great transfer portal class coming in for Wisconsin, by the way.
Cool.
So we never know.
It's turning around. It's turning around, Austin.
But yeah, this Packers team, I mean...
Can I just real quick on the coaching thing? I agree with what you guys are saying. I think it would be a huge mistake to get rid of LaFleur.
Yeah.
I mean, the team is young. There at the end of the Chicago game, you actually saw what Matthew Golden is capable of doing. Like, I don't know why he hasn't been used more. Like, why did they wait until now to get this guy involved in the offense? He's obviously dynamic.
His best game of the year.
He's a gadget guy.
They have a ton of talent. Like, I think that pulling the seat out from underneath LaFleur would just be a huge mistake right now. Give him at least another season.
The tough thing is what you just mentioned, Eric, is maybe one of the reasons why you would question it is why didn't you find a way to get him the football more throughout the year, especially when, Bo Melton, all due respect to him and his family, is one of the top leaders and targets for the team. So there's some thoughts there. And I think this story, the longer it goes, the more there's reason for it to be a story.
I think if it happens again, then you're obviously you have to start looking at other places. So, but this was Golden's first year, I believe. I'm not up on the draft, so So being a rookie this year, like give it another season, and then if this stuff happens again, then obviously there's a pattern, right?
We lost a tight end, Tucker Kraft, that was a big part of our offense at the beginning of the year. He was on the on the way to be a Pro Bowler for the first time. We obviously mortgaged our next couple first round picks for a star defensive player who went down with injury. We had offensive line problems that went down with injury this year. We had a lot of guys injured. Receivers, different guys were in and out throughout the year. I just don't see how that's put on the coach. Like, you want to have the next guy ready to go and prepare, but like you go into this year with certain guys and they're not there at the end of the year, and you still had a chance to almost win that playoff game on the road.
A healthy Green Bay team is scary.
Yeah.
The offense could be scary if they're healthy. So.
Well, here's my take, and a question, I guess, for you guys is what do the Packers have to do right this offseason to get back to winning playoff games? Like, for me, I feel like it's an alpha. I feel like it's an alpha wide receiver, and I feel like we got to shake Josh Jacobs. Like, I mean, he's getting older. The shelf life of a running back's not long. And he's having the same problems he had in Las Vegas, Oakland, whatever you want to call it. He's just getting injured a lot now.
They're in a really interesting spot with Jacobs. The salary and the cap hit to the dead cap money, they could save about $6 million if they cut him. And they're $5 million over the cap for a reason. Yeah. We mentioned the Rashawn Gary one's going to change. But this would be about the time, Zach, that the Jacobs question comes up. I would almost just caution it, though. If you look at his career, he's been an every other year guy where he had under 260 carries this year. Every other year, he's a 300-plus carry guy. Maybe that's what they want him to be, and maybe that's where he's more effective. But their offensive line's got to block a heck of a lot better consistently because they could not run the football at all.
No, it was pretty bad. And then how about a kicker? Should we look for a kicker this year? We might need to look for a kicker.
We should have kept Narvison.
Maybe even like a new special teams coach, possibly.
Rick is out of the job. If there's writing on the wall, he's out of the job. Yeah. Like, there's no way he comes back next year. And McManus, again, we were talking about it before the show. Like, Justin Tucker's still out there. Let's kick the tires on him, literally.
Dude, this kicker from Ole Miss, I don't have his name handy right now, but he's been amazing lately this year, like in the playoffs and stuff. Maybe a late-round draft pick on the Ole Miss kicker.
Let's draft him.
Maybe if you score more touchdowns, you need to worry about the kicker.
That's true.
You know how many points McManus left on the field this year? I looked at it right before our show. 19 points. You know how many one-score games the Packers were in this year?
Yeah, in three. I think three of them. Those points would have been a decider. And the tough thing is, you almost took it for granted how good Mason Crosby was in the elements. That felt like it might have been a part on Saturday night, right? Like, that last kick, I don't know if anybody thought that thing was going through. Off the foot, that thing felt like it was going to section 213.
That is the difference. When Crosby was kicking, I always felt confident. And since he's left the Packers, I've never really felt confident with the next kicker we have.
I agree. I feel like with Crosby, like at no point in time, you're like, oh, they're lining up to kick a field goal. We got 3 on the board. Let's kick them the ball, and we'll hopefully the defense holds up. Now we're like, okay, let's hope that we get this through. And then maybe our defense will hold up.
Yeah. We saw some really good football games all weekend. I mean, it started off with the Rams and Panthers. Panthers almost got it done. That would have been a huge upset.
Yeah.
Then obviously we had the Bears beating the Packers. Bills and Jaguars on Sunday was another great game. Bills came down at the end, got a touchdown, played some D, got it done. Then we had a couple. What do we have? Eagles and Niners. That was an upset. Did not expect the Eagles to lose.
Called that one.
Yeah.
Roll it back.
And then we went into kind of a couple duds there. We had Chargers just couldn't get anything going on offense. Patriots took care of them.
An offensive line. Poor Justin Herbert.
Yeah, and
I saw
then
a great stat that Juwan Jennings now has the same amount of playoff touchdowns as Justin Herbert with 2. That's fantastic. As someone who's
tough.
not a Herbert truther, that was just an amazing stat to see.
And I think he also was a little bit of higher recruit coming out of high school as a quarterback,
bit.
maybe even than Herbert.
yeah, you're right. I forgot.
I think he was just above him on the quarterback
That was a-
rankings.
I
coming
just
out.
saw that online. Yeah, there was like a couple other guys that are now in the NFL too.
Big time
yeah,
dudes. I
like
want to say
what happened
Tua
at the
was
top.
on that list. Yeah, for sure.
That was
Tua
a
was out of
beautiful
the
ball
job.
he threw, though, by the
Oh,
way.
gosh.
That was...
Sadly, not the anytime touchdown that my wife needed here. But, the painful lesson to learn.
And then we saw Aaron Rodgers play maybe his last game as an NFL player.
And Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was surprised he
I
stepped down.
was, too.
I don't. I
That's heartbreaking.
I think he probably just feels like there isn't confidence in him anymore, which is a shame because I think he's fantastic. He obviously 19 years and not a losing record, I believe.
One of the greatest coaches of my generation.
Yeah. If he wants to get somewhere else, sounds like he wants a year off. But if he wants to coach again, someone will give him a chance.
He'll be the Dallas Cowboys coach in 2027.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
Hot
Call it
take.
here.
Roll it
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
And former Pittsburgh Steelers fans, now they have to find their 4th head coach since 1969. These poor
Yeah.
guys, man, they can't catch a break. It's great. It's
Kind of
crazy.
like Packers with quarterbacks.
I was gonna say.
All right. So going into this weekend, first game on the board, the Buffalo Bills at Denver Broncos. When this game opened, I was seeing Bills -1.5,
Yeah.
which I thought was absolutely shocking. Like, as myself, I'm a Bills believer. I think the Bills are going to win this game. I'm just surprised that the bookmakers felt this way as well. I was expecting the Broncos to be favored by about 4, being the home team, being the 1 seed with the rest. I'm on the Bills. Give me the Bills money line. What do you guys think?
No one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. And listen, Austin last week threw out and tried to help everybody. 100-1 for the Bills to beat the Bears in the Super Bowl. I, for one, laughed at him and gave him an attaboy on the shoulder. Now it's 60-1 here at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. You can still get in, get that little emotional hedge like I just did. I don't think the Bears go. I do think the Bills got the toughest game out of their way. And tough, as bad as that sounds, they're rolling to the Mile Get High City. I think they beat the brakes off of the Broncos this weekend. And then they host maybe the Texans, or they play maybe the Texans in the toughest game that they'll face defensively. Denver can't run the ball. Buffalo gives up everything on the ground. I think it's a good matchup for Buffalo.
I love Buffalo in this game. I was not a believer that they would get past Trevor Lawrence. And
Now
the
you're a
Jags.
believer.
Yeah, I just
at you.
from a betting aspect.
A believer.
A believer. Yeah, put me on for the Bills. I like them this weekend. I think Josh Allen is. He's being Josh Allen. He takes over football games. He was unstoppable when he needed to be. My big thing is just get the guy the ball. Stop trying to be fancy. Every time he touches the ball, they put up points.
Did you see the quarterback sneak that they ran like 10 yards for a touchdown?
Yeah.
Or they
And
called
he's
it
just,
back to
like,
the 1, I
carrying
think.
people.
But
Yeah.
Like, the guy's just an animal.
Best
Yeah.
player left in the tournament.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and be the contrarian here. If you remember last week, I picked the Denver Broncos to not only win the AFC but to win the Super Bowl. I'm still on that. I think the first round bye in the playoffs is absolutely massive. Every year we see the team. Usually it's the Chiefs, granted, but that first round bye, you get a chance to get healthy, you get a chance to prepare. I think that the Broncos are going to have a good game plan. I don't think you can discount what it means to go play in Denver at that altitude. The Broncos have won a lot of one-score games this year. Haven't necessarily had those clean, good wins that you'd like to see, but a win is a win. With that defense and that secondary, they're going to force the Bills to run the ball. Obviously, that's been a strength of theirs this year, but if you can make a team one-dimensional, then that certainly makes things easier. So give me Denver.
it's a great game, and it's the first game of the 4 games in this weekend. It's the game I'm most looking forward to too. So I'm just really excited. So if you guys want to come in, you want to get some awesome view of our over 2,000 square foot screen. I believe that it's actually like 2,180 square foot.
That's bigger than my house.
Maybe.
Yeah, when I said
I'm
2,000,
glad you got that, yeah.
when I said 2,000 last week, my boss had to correct me a little bit. So, yeah.
Short us like that.
But yeah, if you want to get reservations, come on in here. Head to the host stand. Head to Potawatomi Sportsbook. Head to Potawatomi.com. Click on Sportsbook. Click on reservations. You'll see your options for tables right there on the screen. Thank you. Yeah, it's just awesome environment. Last Saturday night for the Packers-Bears, we were completely sold out. Amazing atmosphere in here. Obviously, the first half was better than the second half. But it was just really fun. So if you're looking for coming in again, we got UFC pay-per-view the following weekend available. The Super Bowl, the big game, we have that available right now to book as well. So go ahead and take a look at potawatomi.com/sportsbook for reservations. Game number 2, Saturday night, 49ers at Seahawks. I'm guessing you're on the Seahawks, Zach. You tell me.
Seahawks. And keep them to win the Super Bowl. I'm still on my Seattle and my Houston pick to be in the Super Bowl and Seattle to go through.
You know, I've looked at this matchup, and I feel like the 49ers, I didn't give them a chance against the Eagles. Mm-hmm. I really thought the Eagles were going to show up in the playoffs. They did not.
They lost the coach because of it.
Yeah. Is he gone?
Yeah, they fired their offensive coordinator.
Okay. Seahawks -7. It's a big number to lay.
That's a steep number.
But I think the Seahawks are going to put up like 30 points on the board. And it might be enough. So I'm going to take Seahawks -7.
I'm going to roll with the Niners. I'm going to take the points. And there's one reason why. Sam Darnold. And I love Sam Darnold. I think he is one of the best, most underrated quarterbacks in the entire league. Some individual on this table decided 2 years ago when he was playing for the San Francisco 49ers, backing up Brock Purdy, to at this institution of sports betting prowess, put a 150-1 ticket on him to win the Super Bowl MVP. Because if he got in the game, they would have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs. But they decided to roll with Brock Purdy and lose in overtime, like Kyle Shanahan tends to do. If anybody can throw the number 1 seed away, I think it would be Sam Darnold with 3 picks. And one team's battle-tested, one team's not. I'm going to take the Niners to win.
Oof.
Wow. Billy, that was an incredible breakdown. I don't really have a whole lot to add to that. I'm also on the Niners. I would maybe sprinkle a little on the money line. Mm-hmm. I love the +7. The Kittle injury, I think, hurts a lot.
Stop the hate.
The way Purdy's playing right now, though, that guy's... I've never seen the confidence out of him like this. Mm-hmm. Like, he obviously is, very well experienced by this point, but the swag that this guy's got, like, I don't want to stand in the way of that. So give me the Niners plus the points, sprinkle a little bit on the money line, and Sam Darnold's a good regular season quarterback, but he has yet to prove it in the playoffs.
We got some great games. I mean, those 2 games will be great. Sunday afternoon, we got Houston at New England. Oh, man. This is a matchup that, in my mind, like...
I love this one.
You love this matchup?
I love this matchup.
Tell me why.
All right, so here's my thing. I think we had a really abysmal showing out of the Houston's offense in the game against the Steelers. You had a true showing of what their defense is capable of doing. And, again, roll back the tape. I said bet the house on Houston to beat them in that game, and I did say that we would go under that 18.5 points for the Steelers. So I am loving the under in this game. I think Drake May is going to face a defense that he has not seen before, and they're gonna get to him early and often. I just don't think Houston's offense is high scoring enough. I think this is a low scoring game, and I think Houston takes it.
This is a tough one for me. I get everything you're saying, and I don't disagree with much of it. I just don't know how much Houston's offense can contribute. They scored twice on defense against the Steelers, right? Other than that, they got 1 touchdown and a couple field goals.
They fumbled the ball like 4 or 5 times. In the red zone, C.J. Stroud threw an interception.
Both these teams are having better years than people expected. It's a great season for both of them, no matter what happens. I'm tending to go with you here. I think the Houston +3 is the better side.
I sure hope you're right. I got a longer shot future on Houston to appear in the Super Bowl from the beginning of the year, and it was because I thought C.J. Stroud takes the next step, and instead he's the part that I feel the least confident about in the football team. I actually feel better when Woody Marks has the ball than when C.J. Stroud has the football, and that's not good. However, if anybody's giving you vibes of a team that from yesteryear, it looks like 2000s Ravens or 2015 Broncos with this Texans team. When you're talking about Von Miller coming off the edge, Will Anderson might be the best defensive player in football. And he is an absolute stud. And there is a man chiseled out of marble on the other side in Danielle Hunter. So I like the Texans. I'm scared how much I like the Texans. And that means the Patriots probably win by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'll be the contrarian on this panel. I love the Patriots here. Zach mentioned you got an abysmal performance out of the Houston offense last game. I think Houston's offense is just abysmal. You can have a great defense, and I know the old adage, defense wins championships, but you got to score in the NFL. This is an offensive league. The Patriots are on an absolute roll right now. They made Justin Herbert look a little foolish out there, if I'm being honest. So I'm not going to stand in the way of that. Give me the Patriots minus the points, and I don't really think it's going to be that close of a game.
I got to interject. You said defense wins championships, right? And then on top
that's
of
what
that,
they said in the 80s.
That's what they said in the 80s. Most of these teams in that are left have great defenses. Separately, that defense for Houston scored more touchdowns than the offense for LA. So stay on Houston. Put your money on Houston, guys. Get ready.
They did that against a 45-year-old quarterback.
Hey,
Bills are going to
Don't
beat whoever wins this game anyways, so let's just relax for a second. All right. Sunday night, we finish off the weekend with Rams at Bears. Bears again? Are we taking Bears again? Am I taking Bears? You guys didn't take the Bears last week.
I would take the Bears this week.
Bears +4 at home in a frigid weather game in Chicago this weekend. Matthew Stafford, someone told me, I don't know if it's true, I haven't looked that up yet. Somebody told me today that Matthew Stafford hasn't won a game under freezing temperatures in the playoffs. Don't know if that's true or not, but sounds like it will because
it would probably be true. I mean, he only had 2 in Detroit, and I think he's almost undefeated in the playoffs in Los Angeles. So that would be a tough one. I think he's 6-2 in his career playoff wise in LA. I'm gonna roll with the Rams and I'm gonna lay the 4 and I'm gonna plug my nose while I do it because if anybody can vanquish this Bears problem, I think it's Matthew Stafford. I think it's Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. Once a Packer, always a Packer. Help us out one time, brother.
Yeah, and I'm also going with the Rams. I'm just gonna add one to your list, Sean McVay. That guy's, he's proven it, right? And there's no reason for me to go against him. Just waiting for the Bears to pull a Bears, right? Like eventually the Bears are going to do something to, have a bad loss, and I think this might be the game. So I'll go with the Rams here.
Zach, you going against the Bears as well?
I'm real sad to say this, like on a mic in front of people with peers next to me. I think the Bears win this game. And loving the fact that there's plus points on this.
I think that crowd's going to be amazing. I think the +4 on the Bears at home. I mean, I think the Rams are a more complete team. Don't get me wrong. But this is a game that I see coming down to the wire. And if you're going to give me +4 on a game coming down to the wire in my mind, I'll take the Bears. So I'm on the Bears this weekend.
I think plus points with the Bears at home and again, Caleb Williams was online talking trash to Lil Wayne. I mean, he's feeling bold rolling into this week. You know what I mean? So I love it. I love the Bears this week.
All right. Tell us a little bit about January restaurant specials. What do we got going on?
Oh, man. We're still rocking our B13 burger. You had the
so
B13.
Good. So good.
And how was it? You said it was great?
You said it was going to be better than a Big Mac,
So
and
good.
I didn't even think it was the Big Mac didn't even belong in a table, you would look at that and be like, this is a burger compared to the B13? Not even close.
Yeah, our chef team is amazing
It
down
didn't
here.
come in like a cardboard package, right?
No.
Good.
No, but that's the way a Big Mac's got to come. We're saying it too much. We're going to have to start paying them. So hold on.
No free shout-outs. Get that out of there. Cut
Anyways,
that part.
no free advertising. But here at Potto, we're doing a B13 burger. It's 2 quarter-ounce patties, American cheese, lettuce, Thousand Island dressing, on a toasted sesame seed bun. That's right. I know everything about this burger because it's amazing. Again, separately, we are still rocking our game day specials till the end of the year, or the end of the football season. I'm sorry, $10 off beer towers, bucket specials. So yeah, come on down, check us out. We're gonna be hosting a Super Bowl watch party here, as you mentioned earlier. We are excited to have everyone. We had such a great time during the Packer Bears game, and I mean, come on down,
Yeah, reservations are open for the main sportsbook area right now. Just went live today. If you want to be in the party that we're going to be having in the annex area, that's going to be going live soon. It's not up just yet, so keep looking for that. We got one more football game, though, we got to talk about at the end of the weekend. Monday night, college football national championship game.
That's going to be a good one.
Indiana Hoosiers. People are saying Indiana versus Miami. It's really Indiana at Miami, okay? It is.
Yeah.
The game is in Miami. It's at their home stadium, Hard Rock Stadium.
Been there, great stadium.
It is a nice stadium. I was there
beautiful.
for, Hoosiers minus, I believe it's 8.5 or 9 already.
Man.
It keeps going up.
Did it hit 9?
Yeah.
Last I saw was 8.5, but it was headed that way, so it makes sense for the line to keep going that way, right? And
Did you
This
guys see
story is
Mendoza?
one of the best. What?
Did you see Mendoza in that game? Like, did you watch that whole game?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
Sadly, I did, yeah.
He was just making piecework out of them. Like, it looked effortless for him.
Were you on the other side?
Austin?
You went the other way?
You went against the
I was on the
Hoosiers?
Ducks.
You
Yes, I was on the
you
Ducks.
liked more.
I'm also the same guy that bet on TCU in the national championship game 2 years ago, and never thought that I would want to turn the TV off more than that night. And then the other night happened, where somehow I went against the 85% Crimson and Cream crowd there in Atlanta. And I'm going to do the exact same damn thing this weekend.
Oh.
Because this Kurt Cignetti thing has to stop. All right? He's not the best coach in college football.
He's a great coach.
He's not the best coach in
He's a
college
great
football.
coach.
Their stadium holds 54,000 people. Miami rolls. Give me the Canes and Michael Irvin doing a belt to
Are you seeing this?
there on the trash can of an
They're-
Indiana Hoosiers jersey
They're honing
at the
in
end of the
on you
game.
right now.
On me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the storyline's great this week, though. I mean, Miami, it's like a Cinderella story.
Hoosiers? Indiana Hoosiers. They're going to win the national championship. First time ever. Indiana. I don't even know what to say. I'm so excited about it. I think Indiana's just going to roll them. I think they win by 21 points.
Ooh, I love
What?
that. Give me that. Tease it up a little bit,
Yes. Indiana.
let's cool our jets here, guys, because I'm also on Miami.
You are ridiculous.
Thank you.
We've been on the same
one
side of
thing
the
that
table.
you will always hear
Winning
when
side.
you talk about sports betting is overreaction, right? The look ahead line in this game, I believe, was 5.5. And now you're telling me that by kickoff I could probably get 9.5, maybe even 10.
Yeah.
Like give
not
me
enough.
give me those
And double
points.
it.
You need
Give me the
more.
points.
You
The
need
home
more.
field advantage is going to be huge. I think the Oregon game got blown out of proportion. Anytime you throw a pick six on your very first play of the game, that's setting you up obviously for failure for the rest of the game. Like that was a massive emotional dump for Oregon. That one play. I don't think that the adjustment should have been that much. So let me get those points.
Eric, do you know where Heisman winner Fernando Mendoza grew up?
Miami.
Is it Miami?
It is.
Miami,
right
Florida.
down the road from Hard Rock Stadium. Okay?
Right along
This
the
is-
alley.
Like, this is his... he's going to show out.
This
Like,
is his home game.
He's going to show why he's minus 500 to be the number one pick in the draft. Okay? Heisman winner, number one pick in the draft, national champion. It's all there for him. Okay?
It also-
It's 60 minutes away
Except
from
for the
being there.
fact that he's playing in the other team's home stadium.
And
He's gonna
except
be
for the
fine.
fact that this beautiful ride he's going to come on and win in a national championship, the Heisman, and then going to be a Raider. That's the shameful part of this whole story.
Yes, but he's going to have a happy ending first. Okay? Before he goes to the Las Vegas Raiders, he's going to get this
Or
championship.
does somebody get a hat trick and Carson Beck become a 3-time college football playoff national champion?
Is that possible?
Twice as a
Georgia?
backup quarterback at Georgia, loses the opportunity last year when he gets hurt in the SEC title game, gets cast away by the Dogs, makes $4 million, and then has his girlfriend break up with him and say he's a miserable human being on TikTok. She's like, I didn't break up with him because he cheated on me. I broke up with him because he was like
Locked
him.
in.
That
He's
was the
locked in.
video of the Cavender twin talking about Carson Beck redemption story, and the other one is the quarterback you're talking about on Tuesday morning.
Listen, it's going to be a bad weekend for Georgia quarterbacks, okay? Matthew Stafford's going down. Bears are going to take them as
I
well.
like that take.
It's just, I don't know, man. No, Indiana's going to take it Monday night. You heard it here first.
Can we sprinkle more points on it?
Right
Can we-
now,
can we
you
say-
can go all the way up to Indiana laying 18 for plus 235.
Let's take that. Give me the 18.
I don't know about that.
Give me the 18. Why not?
Well, why not? Yeah.
Yeah, we all saw that double-digit spread went in Carolina over the weekend. You know,
Yeah, that was a
Let's
tough
talk
one.
about
Like I
these
said,
big
we were
point
on the
spreads
wrong
in these
side.
big games, man. I tell you,
On the wrong side of everything.
this is going to be a
Carolina
closer
all year
game than you
long.
think.
People are going to tune in and expecting to watch a really fun, great championship game. They're going to see one team dominate, and that's Indiana. That's the team with 22, 23, 24-year-olds, okay? That's what they are. They got all these guys in the portal that came to play at Indiana that are at the end of their careers. Last game for a lot of these guys. Miami, yeah, they got Beck. He kind of fits that story, right?
They got Tooney, too.
They got,
They got a lot of pros on that side, too.
They do. Indiana doesn't have a single 5-star player on their team. Like, they're all guys that are 4-star players, 3-star players, etc. But you know what the big difference is? They got there because they want to win.
Fernando Mendoza.
You remember what Kirk Cignetti said when he was hired? He said, you know why Indiana hired him? Because he wins. He said, Google me.
Google me,
I
I
win.
win.
Like, this is what he's talking about. He's one win away from the Cinderella story being complete, being just, I mean, gosh, they're going to make movies about this, I think. Like, this is such a great story, and I'm all for it.
They got to win
You
one
can't
more
make
game.
a Hoosiers 2, right?
Hoosiers
not.
2!
That's a good point.
Yes.
Certainly not. No.
point.
Even
Hoosiers
Hollywood
2.
wouldn't do that.
Hoosiers too. All right, guys. Well, thank you for being with us this week. Huge thank you to Billy Schmid for joining us. If you want to hear more from Billy, where can people find you?
You can find us, as always, well, not anymore, on Packers and Badgers post games for the season, but on Fox Sports Wisconsin Radio 920.
Excellent. Thanks for the crew in the back. For Eric, Zach, and myself, thank you for watching. Come on in and place your bets here at Potawatomi Sportsbook.